So this is one of my grilling cooking videos that I thought I'd done 2 years ago that I never did. And a friend of mine came over and said, when we come over to your house and I grill a lot of things. I would prefer to cook on the grill over the oven any day. And they said, every time we come over, your chicken is really good. What's your secret? And I literally said, I don't have a secret. It's really simple. And if you've watched any of my other cooking videos on Antler Dreamer, my goal is to keep it as simple as possible. So here it is. This is how I cook skinless chicken breasts. I usually put them in Tupperware containers. Why? I have no idea. Sometimes I shake it around, and sometimes I use different seasonings. I'll put a cap on it, and I want to shake it around as opposed to just a bowl, but this is what I always do. The easiest way to do chicken, in my opinion, is to get Italian dressing. It doesn't matter what the brand is. This is fat-free. It doesn't need to be. You literally take the dressing, you pour it on the skinless chicken. Obviously it needs to be thawed, not frozen. You let it sit for probably 20-30 minutes. Some people even let it sit for 2 to 3 hours in the refrigerator. That's fine as well. The acidity in the dressing sometimes kind of will make it a little bit white on the edges. It doesn't matter either way. If you want to do that, great. Or you take just plain old barbecue sauce and you coat the chicken in the barbecue sauce. I think the key, I personally like this way the best. I think this is great on salads. I think it's great with rice and potatoes or anything like that. Grilled vegetables, steamed vegetables. I think this is good for the people that are kind of, I had to say it this way, not huge chicken fans. They really like the way this cooks for some reason. So I guess the secret is, and this is not a secret, you want your grill to be hot when you first put it on. 450, 500 degrees. My grill has 4 burners. I've already had it on high for probably 20 minutes. It's nice and hot. I've used the brush. I've cleaned off the grates. Everything's clean. It's ready to roll. It's nice and hot. Put all the burners on low before I put it on. Like I said, we're at 450 degrees. Then what I do is I take the left burner, I turn that off. I take the right burner, I turn that off. What you're going to see me do is put one what's the word I'm looking for? Seasoning of chicken on one side, one on the other side. You don't want them to mix, but it's not over direct heat and it's not over hot heat. So yes, this takes 20 to 30 minutes to cook, maybe even 40 minutes if it's really cold outside and that's where your grill is. But that's kind of the point, I think, in chicken, as far as I'm concerned. So you take your chicken. This is key. So there's 2 sides of chicken. That's what's called skin side up. This is called skin side down. So the smooth side you want down on the grate. You always put it at a slight angle. That's for the grill marks. We'll talk about that later. Then you take your other chicken, throw it on the other side, throw it at an angle. Make sure they're spread out. If you need to spread this out, do that. That's it. So we're gonna throw it down, throw the cover down. Notice that the burners that are on are the ones in the middle. Obviously, we lifted it up. We're back at 300 degrees, but it'll climb back to. You don't want it more than about 400 degrees, in my opinion. Some people try to cook chicken at 550, and it burns it. Even at 475, 450, it burns it. You want kind of the slower cook method, in my opinion. It's more tender, it's juicier, it's in direct heat. We'll check back. Okay, so we're about 15 to 18 minutes into our cooking time. We're right at 400 degrees, which I think is where you want to be at. You just simply take your chicken and you just turn it to the right, to the left. Turn it just a couple of degrees, like so. Kind of here, doing a little sizzle. All you're doing right now is making grill marks. You're not doing anything fancy. You're going to let it sit for probably 3 or 4 minutes, make some nice grill marks. You're still at low, and these are off. And like I said, you were about 400 degrees. Anywhere, I think it's been about 16, 18 minutes. Okay, so we're down to about 370 degrees, which is okay. You don't want to rush this process, in my opinion, with the chicken. We've already done a little turn. We're just going to flip it over. Got nice, beautiful grill marks, which is more, I think, for presentation than anything else. You'll notice the difference here. I want to mention this. So that's the barbecue sauce. You got a little bit more caramelization, a little bit more definitive grill marks. This is the Italian seasoning. You can still see the smoke coming up back in the background. It's not as presentation oriented, but definitely has a lot of flavor. So I'm going to shut this down to keep the heat in. Everything's on low. We're at like 375, 350 even. It's fine. We're going to let it cook now for about 15 more minutes. So we are done with cooking our yummy chicken here. It's been on the grill probably 35 minutes. You can see that the chicken has still got some nice color to it. It's definitely just got some more, still got some juice to it. Like I said earlier on the video, the barbecue sauce kind of helps represent that a lot easier. The Italian dressing one kind of looks kind of bland, kind of boring. You still see some nice juices going there though. It's done, it's cooked. It's been on the grill for 35-40 minutes and almost 350-400 degrees at some points. So we are ready to go and plate it up and have some good meals. Hope that helps. Enjoy.